Blog number 75. I've fallen, and I can't stop laughing at myself. Over the past 13 years, I have been in a give and take relationship with ataxia. I give and I give and I give some more, and it just takes and it takes and it takes some more. It has been a relationship that can be defined as a close and a personal friend. But with the exclusion of the friend part at the end of that statement, of course. What I mean by that is that when I'm at a party, I wouldn't introduce the obvious elephant in the room as a close and personal friend of mine. He's close and personal, but he ain't no friend. He showed up at my door one day, ataxia, 13 years ago, just like that. Not even a phone call, not a text, a letter, a fax, not a tweet. Hey, not even a smoke signal first to announce his impending arrival. And he decided that he liked it so much here that he has no plans to ever leave my side. Oh, lucky me. I exaggerated, however, when I alluded to the fact that my life with spinal cerebellar ataxia is one that is trapped in a relationship that is marked by a very one-sided state of give and take. There are plenty of physical things or benefits that I have been able to take away from the sometimes volatile relationship. Well, for example, I gave up my right to walk in a straight line, but in return I took the ability to collect various painful and on occasion unique bruises. I forfeited the right to manipulate tools, like screwdrivers and hammers. I lost the ability to hang on to small items such as screws, nails, and thumbtacks. But from all this, I have gained the pleasure of experiencing differing degrees of frustration as I have dropped, burned, cut, and stumbled upon numerous and creative applications for the Band-Aid. It would be misleading, though, for me to just leave you with the impression that the last 13 years have only been about struggles in finding new ways to injure myself. Because the truth is that I believe that my SCA has made me a stronger, more confident person. Yes, it is true that more often than not my ataxia is not a very nice guy. And I have a very strong confidence that trying to descend a staircase without holding onto the rails first could and would not end well. However, that is not the kind of confidence to which I am referring to. I'm talking about the kind of strength and confidence that makes it okay to be who I am. Some people may not see or understand or seek to explain my behaviors in another way, and more than likely in a way that is completely wrong, but I have become reconciled with this reality. I will give you a quick example of what I mean. So in the picture above, I'm pointing and laughing at myself. This picture was not two separate pictures that were photoshopped together, but rather they were one picture, taken as a panoramic with Melissa's cell phone. She started the picture with me standing and pointing, and once the camera had moved past me, I circled around behind her, laid down on the ground, and became the second part of the picture. When I, with very little effort I might add, threw myself to the ground, there happened to be a group of walking by my family who seemed to think, by the looks they were exchanging with one another, that I was having some sort of problem. They also couldn't quite figure out why my family was standing by and just laughing at the situation, when clearly I was experiencing some kind of episode or medical issue. Even after I stood up and they proceeded past us quite a bit a ways, they were still turning around and trying to assess the situation. Well, over the past 13 years, SAA has also been teaching me some lessons about my life. One of those is that I need to keep a hold of some of the things in my life rather loosely, and to be prepared to let them go. I had to lose a lot, including my freedom just to hop in a car any old time I wanted to, or to do any kind of hopping, really. Another lesson that I've learned during this journey is that I didn't just simply lose some of the abilities in my life, like driving. I gained things like spending more time with those that I love as they drive me to various destinations. But a taxi has also reinforced or enhanced certain aspects of my life, say, like my ability to have a good laugh at myself. I don't know about your situation, my friends, but you have to admit that a taxi can, and quite often does, get us into some pretty unique and humorous situations. I will be honest here and say that yes, sometimes I get rather frustrated with myself. Most of the time, though, I just have to laugh at myself and the predictions that I get myself into. For me, the everyday presence of an SCA has become one of perspective within the reality of a neurological disease. My perspective, or to simply wish that the neurological disease was not part of my life, does not change the very real presence of ataxia. But my perspective does have a lot of bearing on some of the ways that ataxia tries to affect or shape my life. Everything about SDA, I believe, is based on and reflected by the way I look at it. Ataxia is a serious thing, and I will never underestimate it or make light of it in someone else's life, but I will continue to laugh at myself, mainly so that my ataxia will never be permitted to gain the upper hand or to have the last laugh in my life.